democracy does have weaknesses. Maybe some people do know this stuff. Maybe it's just not common knowledge. I mean, there are like professional posters. They probably know this stuff already. Just like don't tell people. Or people don't want to know. I mean, what if it turns out that the whole thing's just completely unreliable? That might cause a lot of problems in society, huh? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because sometimes it's what matters is not like what you do precisely, but how confident people are in what you do. Sometimes the confidence matters more than the actual action. And we see that with the economy a lot. Right? Like when business confidence is strong, the economy is strong. When business confidence collapses, then the economy collapses. And you can say, okay, well that's because people base their confidence on empirical factors. Maybe, but that's not the whole truth. Right? Like when people think the economy will be bad, they start selling their shares. Right? When people think the economy will be bad, they start stockpiling gold or whatever it is, whatever commodities. And you know that may be based on good information, or maybe based on misinformation, or some sort of a misunderstanding or incomplete data. Wait, why is that? That's weird. That wasn't lit from behind. I mean, business confidence is a little bit like democracy, in the sense that it is the aggregate of a lot of people's opinions. And in some sense, as I said before, like all the wrong answers might cancel out, and then we arrive at the right answer in the difference. Right, like you subtract one side from the other, and all the wrong answers cancel each other out, and then you end up with the right answer. That's how democracy should work. But again, maybe we have the same biases, and so we make the same kind of mistakes. And so everybody's wrong in the same way, and so the mistakes don't cancel each other out, but instead they amplify each other. In which case democracy would exacerbate mistakes. And that's when democracies fail. I mean, American democracy has this curious thing where the president only serves 2 terms most, right? And in a way, whether the president wins a second term is like how you check whether people made the right choice. It's not that simple, but I mean, you can kind of think of it that way. Right, like people voted for Bush and then they voted for him again. So I guess they did want Bush. Same for Obama. And now we have Trump. So Trump won the election once. Okay, fine. If he loses the second time, we might say, okay, the first time was a mistake because the second time people changed their minds. Conversely, if he wins again, does that mean it was right? Maybe that's a little too simplistic, I'm not sure. But even the fact that that's too simplistic is kind of reveals the problem, is that you never really have a thorough evaluation of whether people made a mistake in the referendum. That's not something that people ever do. The idea that a referendum can be wrong is not even entertained. Like we don't think of that possibility. Because apparently the will of the people is sacred. Which the will of the people. Oh crap, there's water. Let me fill that into there. Because, like, a bad dictatorship is quite obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, when a dictator is wrong. Well, maybe it's not obvious. Maybe it's not always obvious. But it can be very obvious, right? If your king is just a complete idiot, which happens from time to time, especially when it's hereditary. But like a group of people can also be collectively wrong, right? Collectively ignorant. That can also happen. But when it happens, it's less obvious. Because like when a king is wrong, or when you think a king is wrong, it means that the people as a collective have a different opinion from the king as the individual, right? And so the people have a very clear feeling that the king is wrong because they have a different opinion. Whereas when the people are collectively wrong, or when a group of people are collectively wrong, there's no... I mean, there might be a minority who disagree with them, but there isn't a majority dissenting opinion, which, I mean, that's not even that's an oxymoron. So you don't know when you're wrong, which in a way is more dangerous, isn't it? I need to move this. I can't move that. Okay, I think I'll do that there. Block that. Subtract. But not those. Oh wait, that's further forward. Ah, that's further forward. That's not good at all. Okay, let me reconsider this. What's going on here? Right, that's further forward, so that's further forward, okay. Where would I put the button? I can have a second button up here. Not sure I want to do that though. One, two, three, four, five. Three, four, five. Alright, so I can actually... Okay, first of all, I move that down. Move that to there. Cut those. Oops. Also cut these. Oh, I can't cut this one. That. And then... Oh crap. Lower this one. Put that there, subtract. Extend that to there. That's so messy. And that's a 5? Why is that a 5? Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, I messed that up. Okay, break this. Break this. Cut. That doesn't cut. Cut. Okay, that cuts that to 1. That cuts that to 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. That doesn't cut this. That needs to be lower. Crap. No, that doesn't need to be lower. Yes, it does need to be lower. Crap. Okay, I have to do it differently. I think oh, what a mess. That. Not that one. That. Oh, jeez, what a mess. And this is like super slow too because there's like 4 of these things. Okay, so this 1 is 1. And then we cut that one, cut that one. Okay, that does work. I'm just not sure if this is the best way of making this work. What is that? What is this? Alright, moving on. Don't worry about it. Did I take the card off? Yes. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, three, four, 5. Two, three, four, 5. And cut and cut. Those.